Morning, Michelle Shine here. So today I just had an interesting experience. I've been a little stressed recently. A bunch of things happening, going on that have been kind of in the background of my awareness and stressing me out. And I don't feel like I consciously give them too much thought, but obviously I give them enough thought where I feel negative emotion when I think of them, even if it's just like a boom, like micro thought, it just seems to have an emotional impact on me. At least it has recently, and I kind of have been feeling like I've been in on a roller coaster, but yet in a pressure cooker at the same time, just very intense, and some of my teachings that I listen to have suggested to not try to pull yourself out of where you are, to feel your emotions and let them pass and stuff. And so I've been doing that, and so consequently, man, life is, emotions are tough, they don't always feel good, you just have to roll with them and just feel them. And so my previous pattern was, of course, not even know where I was emotionally, and then my pattern after that, after I started meditating for a while and listening to Abraham Hicks and doing other types of, self-help, type things, including mind gardening, I started getting to the point where I would not actively spin anymore, and consciously try to think or conjure up things to make myself crazy. And I used to do that. I used to analyze and just conjure up all kinds of weird conversations in my head about what was going on and who was thinking what and blah, 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 and what about this and what about that, and making myself miserable. And now I don't do that anymore. I don't spin out like that anymore, and I really used to have a bad habit of that, and that is really thanks to mind gardening. But what I'm trying to say here is that now, as we are seeming to move forward in this evolution that we're in, it seems like I have like a micro thought. Just one little thought that I'm not even adding onto, and it already negatively affects me. So it's like coming to the awareness that these little micro thoughts are happening and changing my reality, changing the way I feel. And then how to address those, because those don't even feel like they're conscious thoughts. They feel like they're just automatically coming in from somewhere else, like negative thought patterns, like I'd like to get rid of all of those because I don't want them anymore. I'm sick of them. But anyway, the point is that when I look at these micro thoughts, they just get bigger, and I spend more time there, and more focus there, and then I'm more miserable. So when I was bike riding today, I was mountain biking, and I was noticing that I was on a pretty rocky part of the terrain, and so if I was looking pretty much down near where my tires were getting ready to hit next, all this rocky stuff, I started to get a little panicky because you just don't know what your tires are going to do, and if you're going to, fall and bust your butt or whatever. So I was starting to get panicky, and then I just immediately changed my focus from right there, right in front of my tires, to 30 feet down the trail. And then suddenly my ride got a lot easier. That's pretty amazing. And I just kind of started to relate that to, if I'm focusing on the micro thought that just came in, that just made my emotions, sink. If I focus there, then my ride, so to speak, is not as pleasant. But if I focus out, somewhere else where I want to be, down the trail that way, or down the path, or on my path that way, a little bit further, then the whole ride seems smoother. So that's the wisdom of the day that I learned in the woods. So thanks to my friend Steph for calling me for a bike ride, and thanks to me for taking her up on it and knowing what I needed, because I really needed that, and now I'm sharing it with you. So awesome things always happen in the woods. Anyway, that's my sign off for today. Thank you for listening and watching. It's important stuff, Keep your focus on what you want. Hopefully I can live by it more myself. All right, namaste.